Hey everybody, so we're continuing our conversation with Kenny here at Dynamics Summit, and once again, thank you, Kenny, for taking the time to speak with Claude and myself. I'm Gino, we got Claude. One of the big features in this when the 2024 Wave 2 release with Business Central is the introduction of Power BI reports that are coming directly from Microsoft. Now, I know Power BI has always in some way been able to connect with Business Central for a while, but this is actually a big step in the way.
75 reports he told us
about.
Okay.
This is a big step for the integration with Power BI and reporting within Business Central. Can you tell us a little bit about how important, how big this is? Because it's actually one of the key features, in my opinion, with this release.
True. Also for me. So this is just not the culmination, but this is part of the journey we have on our reporting strategy that Brian Nelson and I started 3 years ago. And what we learned was that it's not enough to have reporting capabilities into the product, that this is what Business Central can do if only you do something. We have learned that we also need what we call content, and the content is the actual reports. So that's why we build Excel reports as not as templates, but these are reports that use this capability of Excel layouts. And now with Power BI we do the same. So we deliver out of the box reports, because it's important probably if you look at the SMB market as a whole, the small in the SMB are the businesses that are small in the sense that they are uncomplicated in their business processes, and probably also uncomplicated in their data needs. So for a huge amount of customers, the built-in Power BI reports will likely just cover exactly what they need.
Right.
This is fine. This is our reporting. Don't want to pay extra for that.
Yeah.
And then when you go up in complexity in business processes, and also typically also comes with added complexity in your data needs, that's where there would be less and less needs for what we build, because we will not exactly hit your requirements. Or maybe that would be for mid and upper market at SMB. Customers would likely pick report 2, 3, and 5 and make their own versions of 1 and 7.
Okay, right.
And that's what we hope, that we aim to kind of give customers the things they likely need to run their business, and then they can add theirs wherever they are special.
I think that's a great vision. I mean, working with Nav and Business Central for a very long time, a lot of times when reporting has been very, flat, not very dimensional and not very KPI based, and a lot of customers were moving from Nav to Business Central just don't have that vision of how can I take these RDLC reports that we wrote 20 years ago that I run every single day, some just end up in my inbox, but how could I turn that into a three-dimensional model of my data instead of being flat? And this gives you the ability to sort of preview what that looks like and play with it, so you can visualize, how it can fit your needs in the future.
And I think you're touching on something key here, which is the existing report estate. We have 300 built-in analytical reports in Business Central, that some of them are way from the early days of Navision, probably haven't really changed a lot. So what we're also looking into is now to see how can we modernize this estate. This report was built 30 years ago. Right. There are just better modern ways for that. So that report will probably just be deprecated and will not gonna that will be removed maybe in 2 or 3 years.
Makes sense.
This report over here, a lot of people still use it, and it seems like partners are extending with these fields. We know that.
Right.
We know that it's mainly being viewed or not printed and so on. So based on that, we also want to sanitize and say this is a good report that will likely stay, but in a modern way. So replace the existing RDL layout and with a Word layout for printing, an Excel layout for analytics, and deprecate the RDL layout and so on. So that report can kind of live on. So that's the vision, trying to see how we can also kind of, we are modernizing the car while we are driving 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, so being respectful. I mean, I think it's a very respectful way to go, is, you know, slowly introducing these modern ways of reporting while saying, okay, your stuff's still there, you know what I mean? But it's time to start trying out what's down the road here a little bit.
What about the 75 reports? You told us about that in the coming days. These reports can be financial, operations, manufacturing, project. What?
Correct. They are all of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So we deliver 7 new apps, Power BI apps.
Okay.
Each of them have approximately 10 to 15 reports in them, and we have finance, we have sales, purchasing or procurement, we have projects, we have manufacturing, and then we have 2 for inventory. One normal inventory KPIs and reporting, and one for inventory valuation.
Can you tell us more about this app? How they can do it? Is it free? Is it easy to change, or
great question.
Cannot change because some products from Microsoft you cannot change.
Correct. Or maybe, I don't know, but
no, the security, for example. The permission set, you cannot change it. You can copy it and change it.
So the price of these are again similar to telemetry apps, between $0 and $10 a month, because it's the reports are free. We invested a lot in them, and we give all of that for free. But for you to run the reports, you need Power BI Pro licenses.
Okay.
Actually, I'm lying a little bit. You need the ability to share a workspace, and that capability is in Power BI Pro.
Okay.
It's also in Power BI Premium.
Okay.
So depending on your user count, you can choose one or the other. So that's the price point. For changing them, for now we are locking the files, or the files down. So you cannot change them from now until spring. The reason for that is we want to take as many modifications and change requests and just change all the little things that would make them even better. And once they are there, we will say, we are done. Dear partners, customers, we'll open source all of this. So if you want to take a copy and make your own, this is our best bet. We would hate to do that now, and then you make a copy and change all the things that should be done. And come April, we have done most of it, and you're like, oh, but I wasted all this. We don't want to waste people's time and money.
I need to ask you a question, Kenny, and you can answer or not. Can we have any exclusive functionality coming in Wave 1 2025 that nobody know about it yet?
Are you asking me if I want to disclose that here?
Exclusive for our...
Yeah.
What do you think?
No, you can't. I will not disclose anything.
Okay, then what do you think? Any of the functionality we have now, it will be like, you will change in it to make it better.
For the Power BI reports?
Yes. Like what will be the next step for that?
I think for all the existing reports, we want to listen to feedback, and we want to kind of look at. So I think there are 2 types of changes. What I call some conceptual integrity, and then feature requests. Conceptual integrity is that each of these 7 things across all these 75 pages look and feel the same.
Okay.
Give me an example. If in finance we have a design rule that everything you see on the screen is present in the filter, the same design principle but must also be in purchasing. Or the finance app, the sales app, have the first page in the app is an overview. Therefore, the next 5 apps should also have an overview like with KPIs.
Yeah.
So and things like that. So that's conceptual integrity. Is it feels and looks the same across each area, across each dimension you could possibly think of.
Okay.
So that's concept. So the first one, and the second is just the feature request. So what if we missed an important KPI in sales and people say, great, but it would be even better if we could also track this in sales, in business KPI and so on.
Yeah.
So that type of feedback we'll take in as well, and then we'll change the apps for wave 1 in 2025 and likely also for 2025 wave 2.
Okay. Then we will have big surprises in wave 1 and wave 2? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I think it's an exciting time. So,
Depending on who you are,
Let's see the future.
some people see the small things
Yeah,
we
correct,
think
correct.
are small as an excitement,
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
things we think is completely insane.
Correct.
Others will say, yeah.
Yeah.
So
but,
I don't know.
Yeah, but you're right. People like finance people are waiting for something, ops or waiting for something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you like subscription or the new functionalities, I'm a customer doesn't do a subscription in my business. I'm not
Right.
interested in this. Like
Yeah.
you're right, 100%. Thank you so much, Kenny.
You're welcome.
Again, thank you so much, Gino.
Thank you.
See you soon. Thank you.